Okay, what have we learned? We've learned a couple things. One, you need to be, in order to create a world in AltSpace VR with Unity, there's a couple things you need to do. One, you need to be in the AltSpace VR website, and you need to go to My Worlds, and in your worlds, you need to create a world. So I've got a world that I created because you have this where Create World button. So I created a world, but when you create the world, you have to pick a template for it. And the template has to be something that, that you create in Unity. So here's a couple things. One, you have to use Unity 2.018.1.9 F2, which you can get from Unity Hub. If you have Unity Hub, which is what you should do, install Unity Hub, and then I've got a couple different versions. 2019.2.12 is one of them, and then 20.18.1.9 F2, which is the one that seems to work with AltSpace. They say that the new 2019 one will work, but it hasn't worked for me. So I suggest you go back and get this one. And what you do for that is, if you want to add an install in Unity Hub, then you add, and then you can find it by going to the download archive. And the archives then will tell you, and I went to 2018, and then I went down to 2018.1. There's a lot of versions of Unity, and some are supported and some aren't. So I went to 20.18.1, this one here, and then clicked on Unity Hub and downloaded that. So that's how I got that version of Unity, and that's the one that I'm using for this. Then the other thing is, of course, you have to download the AltSpace. It says here, I posted this in the Facebook group. This is how do I get started with world building in Unity. So you need to install Unity Hub and install Unity 2018.1.9 F2. The uploader will not work unless you match this version exactly. So we're doing personal, so you're doing it for fun, so it tells you what to do. And then you have to download the Unity uploader, and then when you've downloaded the Unity uploader, you need to double click on it once you have Unity running, and it'll load that in. And then you should see in Unity, AltSpace VR will appear. When you click on Build Settings, then you can find a way to load your templates or create a new template. When you create a template, it's going to throw you right back over to here where you're creating your templates. And when you create your template, you'll give it a name and you will have this template. Then you go to the world, and in worlds, in My Worlds, you're going to create a world. And when you create a world, then you have to pick the template. And I picked Hello World template for mine. I've got two, Hello World template and Hello World template 2. And you give a name to that new world and you pick a template. So then when you're in Unity, when you go to load your templates, you will see I have a Hello World template and a Hello World template 2. My world, this world here, my world called, let me go back to my worlds, my world called Hello World Test World Culhane is the one that is linked to Hello World, whereas my Unity test for TH is linked to, if you look at the template, Hello World template 2. So you've got to make sure that you're using the right template. So my world called Hello World Test is using the, if you look at the template, is using Hello World template. It's a little complex when you think about it, but that's what you do. And then when you have something that you've built, you would then go down to build and upload, and it'll upload it. So I uploaded a cube, and what I really want to do is try and upload Rosebud. But to do that, I've got to find where I created Rosebud, which would be under, let me see if I, no, it's not going to be in there. It'll be in documents. So Rosebud in documents, search in File Explorer, and I have it in, actually I've put it in Envisioning Sustainability Tutorials. It's called Rosebud for AltSpace. So that was the one I created in Blender. So I'm going to drag that in, but where? First I've got to create a place for it. So I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call this new folder Blender Files TH. And in that Blender Files TH, I am going to take that Rosebud that I created and drag it in here. It should come in any day now. There it is. It's working its way in to the file. Well, that's weird though, because that just links Rosebud. I mean, here's my thing. So Y in Assets, Blender Files, and hit delete again. But maybe I have to import this asset. Import new asset, and go to my tutorials and go to the Rosebud. Where is it in here? Nope. It should be this one. Very strange that it didn't come in well, because I'm usually able to just drag that in. So something may be wrong with this old version of Unity. Does not take blend files. Well, that's inconvenient, because that means that what I'll have to do is, unlike in the 2019 version, I'm going to have to go into Blender and export out all my little pieces. So that's a pain. So the first thing I would then have to export out is the plane, which is this one here. Let me go back to modeling. And our clip is really badly set here. So many things to work on. View and clipping. Let's make the clip end about 10,000 here. And now we should be able to zoom in and out. Yep, in there. And don't want to be, so there we are. So we're in Object, and it looks like we are just on this, and I would have to then export it as a as an object file. If I export this, then this object file is called Rosebud Plane. And let's make sure Blender Files TH, yes. Export that OBJ, and let's look at it in Unity, and there it is. And it doesn't have much in it, but we can place that plane in there. Oh, looks like everything came in. Alright, well that's what we wanted. The only thing is, and let me make sure that the Y is at 0. Oops, daisy. Where did the transform go? Okay. We seem to be alright there. Yeah, that's 0. And then what we want to do is we want to bring in a texture for it, which we created in Blender. We showed in the last tutorial. So if I come here, then I have the Rosebud Google Map as a TIFF file, which I can bring in here. And then I should be able to take this, and place it on something. Rosebud Plane, and then, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have bit of a model there with some stuff on it. And what I'm going to do is save this, save the scene, and I'm going to try to alt build this one up. Let's see if it works. And here we go. It seems to be building. Whether it worked or not, let's see. Upload complete. So now when we go to AltSpace, we should be able to enter the world. And hopefully, very hopefully, we will see Rosebud appear. And there's my cube. Oh, it did work, but everything's kind of weird. Aha, there we are. Alrighty, so as you can see, the textures are weird, but there's our 3 biodigesters, and there's our greenhouse, and there's our stuff like that. Alright, so it is working, which is fantastic, and we'll continue building from there.